Right now, beneath thousands of meters of ocean, there is nothing but darkness. Imagine 1 million people living here. Children going to school. At this depth, the ocean is not scenery, it is weight. A crack smaller than your fingernail could become a disaster. That is why thousands of machines spend every second searching for problems humans may never see. Today, one family is leaving the surface behind. Their destination is not another 200 meters, 300, 400. Then, after nearly 20 minutes of dark, you see it. At first, there are no ordinary streets leading here. Every machine and every gate. The doors open, and somehow you forget you are beneath the ocean. 1 million people, hundreds of meters beneath the sea. No sunlight, no open sky. This is Pelagia, one of the largest underwater settlements ever imagined. Nearly 1 million people live. Pelagia is not protected by one wall. It is divided into hundreds of independent sections.
There are no cars here. Pelagia's districts are connected trains sealed inside.
The designers discovered something important very early. People could survive inside metal tunnels, but
Their new apartment looks surprisingly ordinary, until you reach the window. On the other side is not a street, a garden or another building, it is the Atlantic Ocean.
This is not ordinary glass. Multiple layers of transparent ceramic and composite material separate us. Every breath inside Pelagia is engineered. Oxygen can be produced from water, algae help Indus. Pelagia is surrounded by more water than its residents could ever use, but none of it can be safely drunk. Before reaching it, their first dinner beneath the sea is simple. Vegetables grown a few districts away, seafood cultivated. On their first night, there is no moon outside the window. No stars, no stars. Morning still arrives in Pelagia. But the sun does not create it. Pelagia breathes like a living organism. Oxygen is produced, carbon dioxide is removed, humidity is recovered, and the ocean provides almost unlimited raw water. But turning it into something humans can drink requires energy. In a city surrounded by water, waste is still unacceptable. Almost everything that enters a drain eventually. Most of Pelagia's food does not come from the surface. It grows here, without soil, without dirt. The ocean surrounding Pelagia is also part of its food system. Seaweed, shellfish, and carefully cultivated fish. Keeping a city alive underwater requires enormous amounts of energy. Pelagia refuses to deploy. The ocean never guarantees calm conditions. If outside power disappears, Pelagia's internal reserves can keep it. This may be the most important room in Pelagia. Every second, engineers watch the city's pressure, air, water, and the people of Pelagia sleep. The city cannot. Every pump, seal. For Mia and Noah, the strangest part of living underwater isn't the pressure outside the walls. It's starting a new school where the playground has whales swimming above it.
On the surface, children learn about the ocean from books and screens. Here, marine biology can swim past the classroom window before the lesson is finished. The playground has no open sky, but the children rarely complain.
David's new job is simple to explain and impossible to ignore. He helps maintain the walls separating thousands of families from the ocean outside.
Life underwater creates new measures stay outside, but darkness, isolation, and
most food in Pelagia is grown only minutes away. Thing from the surface, from tropical fruit to coffee.
Some restaurants sell a view.
Some residents came here for work. Others came for adventure, and thousands of children have never lived. After enough time, even the impossible becomes routine. You stop noticing the ocean above the sky. Every vehicle leaving Pelagia carries layers of redundancy, multiple power systems. Not everything around Pelagia was built by humans. Some of the most important infrastructure is alive. Building a city beneath the ocean forced humanity to protect the ecosystem surrounding it. Pelagia could not survive in a dead sea. Not every underwater settlement was built intentionally. Beneath the waves are reminders of cities. Then the seafloor disappears. Beneath them is an abyss. Distanced. For centuries, we assumed almost all life depended on sunlight. Down here, entire ecosystems. For several seconds, something enormous moves beside them. Not a monster, not an alien. Just hours ago, Pelagia felt like the strangest place the Miller family had ever seen. Now, why would nearly 1 million people choose to live beneath the ocean? The answer is not only survival. The 21st century built economies around land. The 22nd is learning to build a blue economy.
Some of the ocean's smallest organisms produce chemistry found nowhere else on Earth. By studying them without
Feeding an underwater city does not mean taking everything from the sea. Pelagia's farms are designed to grow food while improving water quality. Humans built Pelagia, but much of the dangerous work belongs to machines. At these depths, Pelagia is connected to the surface by an invisible highway. Cargo submarines arrive around the clock, carrying everything the city threads. Not everyone who works in Pelagia lives here permanently. Thousands rotate between the surface and the seafloor. Living underwater is not cheap. Local food and public transport are efficient, but anything that must travel from the surface carries a cost. Pelagia was built because people believed humanity could live beneath the sea. But decades later, something unexpected happened.
The ocean view is beautiful. But after months below,
Human beings evolved beneath a sun. Pelagia can reproduce its light, warmth, and daily rhythm. Some residents never fully forget what lies outside. Knowing that an ocean is pressing against the walls can create a fear no engineering calculation can completely remove. Adults compare Pelagia with the world they left behind. Children born here cannot. For them, whales...
For children born below, visiting the surface can feel like traveling to another planet.
She has seen more ocean than almost anyone her age. But this is the first time she has watched water fall freely from the sky. Pelagia is not for everyone. Some residents eventually decide that no view of the deep ocean can replace an open sky. Others discover the opposite. After years beneath the sea, the surface feels noisy, exposed, and Then, one night, David feels something through the floor. It lasts only 2 seconds. Hundreds of meters above them, the ocean is changing. A storm powerful enough to... Above Pelagia, the ocean has become almost unrecognizable. Waves tower over the surface. The city was designed for pressure. Pressure is predictable. Moving water is different. A powerful current...
Pelagia there is nowhere to evacuate during a storm.
Inside the apartment, there is no rain, no wind.
Then the first connection to the surface fails. Pelagia loses part of its external power, but the lights stay on. Humans stay inside. Machines go first. The robots don't need air, they don't panic, and they can work in currents powerful enough to throw a diver against the city walls. The tunnel was built to flex. Every underwater structure must move slightly, but now it is moving farther than engineers have ever seen. There is no time to save the tunnel. The priority changes immediately. Save the people. Isolate the district. Protect.
At 0217, the ocean finally enters Pelagia. One tunnel is lost in
Emissions. The tunnel is gone, but the city is still alive. The engineering worked exactly as intended. Sacrifice one full siegers. 8,000 people are now separated from the central city, but isolation does not mean immediate danger.
David has been away from home for 14 hours. Sarah tells the children he is safe.
For the first time in years, Pelagia is completely cut off from the surface. No passenger capsules. Pelagia was built for exactly this possibility. Food reserves can last months. Water. Then the robots find something worse. A major power connection is exposed. It has not failed yet, but if it breaks,
There are moments when automation is at its limit.
outside the walls, there is no artificial sky, no warm garden, no city noise.
Sarah can see only darkness beyond the window. Somewhere inside it, David is walking across the bottom of the ocean.
Every step takes effort. David cannot feel the ocean pressure through the suit, but he can feel the current trying to pull him away from the city.
There it is. The cable is still carrying power, but its protective anchor has shifted.
The repair depends on a mechanism designed decades ago for exactly this failure. The problem is simple. It must be locked by hand.
Inside the city, Sarah knows only that the repair is still underway. She doesn't know that seconds earlier, the ocean nearly pulled David away from Pelagia. They are running out of time. The outer protection is beginning to separate. If the conductor inside is damaged, 3 districts will immediately switch to emergency power. There is one way to close the lock. Someone has to move beneath the cable and release the damaged anchor manually. David knows the risk and moves anyway. The lock moves. Once, twice, then it catches. The cable stops shifting. The children know their father repaired something outside. They may not understand that tonight, he helped keep an entire city alive. After almost 30 hours, the storm begins to weaken. The main tunnel may take months to replace, but Pelagia was built with another route. 36 hours after the city was cut off, the first capsule from the engineers, medicine. 3 days after the storm, schools reopen. Children return to class while engineers are still repairing the city around them. Pelagia does not simply rebuild what was lost. Every failure becomes a lesson. The new tunnel is stronger, take it. Cities on land evolve through fires, earthquakes, and floods. Pelagia evolves the same way. The storm also changes Mia. She once looked at the city and saw whales, gardens, and glowing tunnels. Now she 1 year ago, every window felt impossible. Every sound made them nervous. After a year below, the Miller family returns to the surface. The sky feels enormous. The sunlight feels extraordinary. For 7 days, the Millers rediscover everything Pelagia cannot truly reproduce. The warmth of real sunlight.
Noah asks his father a simple question. Why can't we stay here? For a 7-year-old,
Mia loves the surface, but after a week, she begins missing something she never expected. Sarah misses sunlight, but she also knows her work below matters. Pelagia is creating an entirely new branch. David once thought of Pelagia as a job. After the storm, that changed.
There is no perfect answer. Noah wants the sky. Mia wants her friends. Sarah wants both worlds.
A year ago, this descent felt like leaving the world behind. Today, it feels different. Then the darkness fills with lights. The same view that once frightened them now creates a feeling they recognize immediately. A city becomes home when people notice you were gone. The Millers return not to an experiment beneath the sea. Pelagia was never meant to be the only city beneath the sea. Once humanity proved that families could live, work, and grow here,
Pelagia proved that humans could build a permanent city beneath the sea.
the second city is not a cop of Pelagia. Its engineers study every damaged tunnel, one city becomes 5. 5 become dozens. As underwater cities multiply, the seafloor develops its own transportation network, not roads.
Mia arrived in Pelagia as a frightened 10-year-old. 14 years later, she designs the systems that...
The first underwater settlers remembered life on land. Their children inherit something different. They do not think of them.
Most cities remain within the upper ocean, but scientists keep going deeper. At the edge of one of...
Every kilometer humanity moves deeper reveals how little we understood our own planet.
Wavelengths. Humanity went beneath the sea looking for space, resources, and knowledge. Instead, the ocean changed. For most of history, the ocean was a barrier separating civilizations. "25 years after first wondered whether they could survive here. David remembers this place differently. Somewhere beneath these new walls is the route the ocean destroyed during the Great Storm. Mia once asked her father what kept Pelagia alive. Now she helps answer that question for cities that do not yet exist. Pelagia eventually needs something every permanent civilization needs: a place to teach next generation. A permanent city creates more than infrastructure. It creates traditions. Music changes, food changes, art changes, please. Some Pelagia residents now spend years without visiting land. Their careers, schools, friends, and families are...
She has seen bioluminescent animals glowing outside her bedroom.
Humanity did not abandon the surface for the ocean. It did something more interesting. It created a night. But humanity has never been very good at stopping. Pelagia answered one question. Can humans build a city beneath the ocean? Place. More than a century ago, living beneath the ocean sounded impossible. Mia spent her life building cities beneath the sea. Now another generation takes her place. David and Sarah came here believing they might stay for only a few years. They remained long enough to watch their children grow and their mix. The greatest achievement was not simply learning to live underwater. It was learning to survive with limits. Recycles to my bent. Humanity once entered the ocean believing it was an endless resource. Living inside it by the middle of the 22nd century, humanity no longer thinks of land and ocean as separate worlds. They are two parts of the same civilization. We called Earth our planet for thousands of years. Yet most of its surface was a world we could visit, but
Our ancestors once feared the darkness beyond their fires.
The sun still sets above them every evening, even when they cannot see it. Perhaps the greatest lesson of Pelagia was never about the ocean. It was about us. Give humanity